In 1915, Einstein gave us a new way to see the universe. Space and time are one, and they curve. Gravity wasn't a force. It was the bending of space-time. But one question remained. How do we unite this with quantum physics? In 1921, Theodor Kaluza had a strange idea. What if there's another dimension, hidden, curled up so small we can't see it? Then came string theory, a radical idea that the tiniest things aren't dots. Tiny, vibrating strings, not particles, but energy in motion. And for them to exist, they needed more room to vibrate, in dimensions beyond what we can see. Suddenly, physicists found themselves needing 10 dimensions, not for fun, but for the math to make sense. Then came M-theory, a deeper unification, suggesting an 11th dimension. And beyond it all, a vast living membrane, where universes are born like bubbles on a cosmic ocean, vibrating, breathing, expanding into everything we know. We may be just one universe, in a sea of endless possibilities. Every choice, every outcome, every version of you exists in a sea of endless possibilities. From Einstein's curves to the edges of 11-dimension reality, our quest has just begun. Before the birth of the universe, there was only a point. No time, no distance, no space. This was the 0th dimension, the beginning of everything. Inside the vast darkness of thought, a single glowing point emerges, the seed of an idea, undefined but powerful. It holds the mystery of creation itself. Imagine this, a tiny seed holding an entire tree within it. Its branches, its leaves, its roots, all hidden yet real. That's the 0th dimension. It holds everything but shows nothing. Let's take another example. Before you speak, before words even form in your mind, there's a spark, a silent, undefined feeling. It has no shape, no sound, but it's real. That spark is the first idea. That's the 0th dimension of thought. 2 glowing points, floating in silence. Suddenly a line connects them, a perfect straight path, no width, no height, only length. This is the 1st dimension. Imagine this, a person walking on a glowing line. No ground, no left or right, just forward or back. This is the 1st dimension. Only one direction, one way to go, one single path in the dark. Let's think of time. You can't go back. You can't stand still. You move forward. Always. This is the arrow of time. It flows in a single direction, like a straight line through the dark. No turns, no repeats, just forward. That's the 1st dimension of our existence. Life is written as a line, a beat, a rhythm, a signal. When the line stops moving, life ends. Even the heart respects the 1st dimension. 2nd dimension. Here, we're no longer limited to a single line. Now we can move forward and back, but also left and right. This is the world of shapes, surfaces, and flat space. Length meets width, and a plane is born. Imagine this. A being in a higher dimension, watching a 2-dimensional world from above. To the tiny, flat characters below, he is invisible, his presence unthinkable. Yet every move they make, he sees clearly. He can touch their world, bend their reality, but they can never look up. To them, he doesn't exist. But to him, they are just drawings on a flat page. This is the mystery of dimensions. In the second dimension, things were flat, but now something changes. When depth enters the picture, we step into space. Real, touchable, visible space. This is the third dimension. The Earth itself is the greatest example of the third dimension. It's not a drawing, it's a sphere. It has shape, mass, and depth. We live on its surface, but we move through its space. This is 3D, our reality. It's not just Earth. The entire universe exists in the third dimension. Galaxies drift in all directions. Stars rotate in deep space. Nebulas expand with depth and color. This is not a flat sky. This is 3D space without limits. We can move in space, forward, back, up, down. But something moves, even when we stand still. That is time. Time is the fourth dimension. We can't see it, but we feel it. Every heartbeat, every sunrise, every moment that passes is a journey through time. What if time was not a road, but a canvas? What if you could see yesterday and tomorrow, all at once? A 4D being wouldn't live in time, it would shape it. What if you could return to the moment before it all began, to the child you once were, not just to remember, but to meet them, to look them in the eyes, and whisper, "We made it." This is not memory, this is time travel. What if every choice you ever made created a new reality? A version of you who turned left instead of right, spoke instead of stayed silent, won instead of lost. The fifth dimension is not about space or time, it's about possibility. All that could have been still exists. Imagine this. One simple choice, like moving to a new city, could have changed your entire life. In the fifth dimension, every version of that life, every path you didn't take, still exists. One school day, you skipped class. In one timeline, you got caught and punished. In another, you saved a life on the street. And in one more, you never made it home. The fifth dimension remembers them all. But remember, you can't jump between these lives. You only walk the one you chose. The fifth dimension holds the rest, not to change your path, but to remind you, you had a choice. This is not just one universe, but many, each born with its own laws, light, and logic. The being you see doesn't live inside a world. It stands above them all. This is the sixth dimension, where reality has no rules. One decision, one shift, and everything changes. In higher dimensions, some beings don't relive time. They rewrite it, jumping across timelines like stepping through doors. So many lives, each path a story never told. The prisoner, the monk, the genius, the forgotten. And here, in the spiral of time, he walks, not as one man, but as all that he could be. To the being beyond dimensions, our universe is just a single thread. It watches, not to interfere, but to understand what it means to live inside time. Beyond every timeline, beyond every choice, there exists a place where all realities begin. Not just the what-ifs, but the laws themselves. The seventh dimension is not a world. It is the root of all worlds. Imagine a place where not only the story changes, but the language, the laws, the logic, even the concept of existence itself is different. In one universe, time flows like a river. In another, time doesn't exist at all. In a third, what we call life is made of light, not matter. All of these realities begin in the seventh dimension. Think of each universe as a book. The sixth dimension lets you explore any story ever written, but the seventh, that's where the author lives, creating stories that have never been told. The sixth dimension is like flipping through TV channels. Each channel is a different universe with its own story. But the seventh dimension, that's the remote itself. It doesn't just choose, it creates the channels. Imagine a world where gravity doesn't exist. Nothing falls, nothing stays down. People float, water drifts, buildings hover in mid-air. This is not science fiction. This is what a universe could look like in the seventh dimension, where even the laws of physics can be different. Welcome to the eighth dimension, a place beyond imagination, where even the rules of reality are no longer fixed. Here, time, space, and truth can twist, shift, or mean something entirely new. It's not just a new world, it's a new way of what world even means. Imagine this. What if every thought you had became real? You think of flying and you're in the air. You imagine a city and it rises before you. This isn't a dream. This is the eighth dimension, where reality is born from your mind. Here, laws don't apply. Truth, time, and space become whatever you choose. Every higher dimension holds the traits of the ones below, but it also adds something new, something vast, something unimaginable. The ninth dimension doesn't just contain timelines or choices. It holds realities that obey entirely different rules. In the ninth dimension, even the walls between universes are just doors, waiting to open. In the ninth dimension, reality is a library, and each universe just another page to turn. Welcome to the 10th dimension. Not a place, but a principle. Not reality, but the code behind it. Here, time is just an idea. Gravity is a suggestion. Love, logic, even existence float as possibilities. This isn't a universe. This is the space where universes are written, not in words, but in pure thought. In this place, a thought becomes a rule. A stroke of light shapes gravity. A whisper defines time. This is not creation of things. This is the creation of how things behave in the 10th dimension. Reality is written line by line. Here, the law of gravity isn't created for planets. It's created as an idea, before planets even exist. It's the blueprint of possibility, not the building itself. You've explored shapes, time, choices, but here there's no shape, no path, no other. This is the end of separation. What if you weren't inside the universe? What if you were the universe? Every law, every being, every moment, that's you. Whole, infinite, one. Before time, before anything moved, there was a thought. Not from someone, but as everything. This is where creation breathes. This is the 11th dimension. You looked across all dimensions. You saw time, space, choice, truth, creation. And then you saw yourself. This was never about reaching the end. This was about finally recognizing you were the beginning. The 11th dimension is a realm where our universe is just one of many possible realities. Here, threads of energy, known as vibrating strings, give birth to time, space, and entire universes. Each vibration creates a new world, a new possibility. What you've just seen is a journey through the mysterious layers of reality, dimensions far beyond our everyday experience. These ideas are part of modern theoretical physics, especially string theory and M theory. But remember, these dimensions, and the vibrating strings that may weave entire universes are still unproven. They exist only in mathematical equations and scientific imagination. We're not claiming the truth, we're exploring possibilities. So as you return to your 3D world, carry this thought with you. What we see may only be a shadow of a much larger, deeper reality. Stay curious.
If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to leave a comment below. Let's talk about it together.